Well, today's topic is feelings and talking about feelings and deciding how to handle feelings and asking yourself whether or not anyone does or should give a shit about your feelings. Oh my gosh, I'm a highly sensitive, like massively emotional human being who's super rational, logical, and pragmatic about everything, not just my feelings. And it's funny, I just got off the phone a short while ago with somebody and we were having a conversation about some feelings that she was having in response to something somebody did. Okay? Not abnormal. I mean, everybody I know gets these minor petty annoyances to flat out burning resentments around, the inane, stupid, or just out of control stuff that people do. People do that you don't, things that people do that you don't like, things that people do that you feel are negligent or disturbing or harmful. And I could go on and on and on. And so the first place I'll start is that when I decide that anybody is doing something that has something to do specifically with harming me, I need to take a good, long, hard look at that. Because in my interpretation of people and their stuff and the way that they whirlpool and tornado around their own lives, most of the time it's like if you threw shit into a fan, it would just spurt out, and a bunch of people would get hit. That's kind of like most of the time that's what people are doing. They're not doing anything to me specifically. They're not waking up and being like, I really don't like Nicole today, or, I'm going to do something that's really going to bother her. It just, well, I don't think most people work like that. And I don't really have any relationships or friends of people who do think like that. I'm sure there's people out there who think like that. But let's just assume the goodness in people. Let's just assume people aren't full of wrongful, deleterious motives that, all the motives that you think they're full of. So this person was annoyed about somebody not showing up, and yet it went into this whole thing about what she thinks about this person and this person's lifestyle and this person's opinions. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, let's go back to what are you actually annoyed about? And is this thing where she canceled an appointment, let's just say, an ongoing problem, or was it a one-off in this a year and a half where you've been getting together with her? And she's like, it's a one-off. So I'm like, well, then what else is going on? Right? And as we kind of dove more into it, she was having some big feelings. And part of her annoyance with this person wasn't even just about the person showing up. It was about at one time she had shared some deeper feelings with this person. And this person's response was like, kind of get out of your head, go do something to help somebody, which it's not the worst response, but it's not the response that everybody wants to be having when they're in their stuff, right? And so I'm like, well, so if that's the way that this woman has responded to your feelings and now she's hurt your feelings, what is the reason that you would want to go and share your feelings about her or about an incident and think that you're going to get some other response other than the way she is, which is kind of, she's a do-gooder in the community. Her response to most things is like, go help other people. That's just the way she is, right? But you see, what happens is that I think like, well, she shouldn't be that way. I think, well, no, I'm going to go share my feelings with her because my feelings matter and I'll feel better when I share those feelings, but not necessarily. Because when you share those feelings to a wall and the wall doesn't respond, it doesn't do anything. There's no movement. Similarly, if you share it with a person or share feelings with a person who cannot provide warmth, tolerance, love, compassion, empathy, if that's what you're seeking, it'll be like throwing your feelings at a wall, right? And it's interesting also, I had a more vibrantly emotional conversation Saturday night. And, I'm a trained coach. So when people have emotions or feelings, I try to sit in a neutral place. But this person was having feelings about me. And it was really interesting for me to sit through the things that I do to avoid showing up for people's feelings. It was surprising to me. It was revealing to me. I did everything from like try to create analogies to distance myself. I tried to over explain myself in order to avoid answering a question. And it was kind of sad after the fact. And, this is a person I care a lot about. And it just was really, really humbling. It was humbling, because again, I pride myself on caring about people. And then I was shown myself through somebody else's emotions. But I can handle it, you see, because I am a sponge. I can. It may take me a little while because I'm still super cerebral and logic and I want to dismiss things with my brain, but I do know how to show up for people. I do know how to provide warmth and empathy and love and caring and tolerance and all that other kind of stuff. Sometimes it just takes me a little while. So if you're feeling disconnected from your feelings, go to the people, go to the person that you know will hold you, not try and fix you or control you or manage you or take care of you, but will hold you in the way that you, ideally, if you're self-actualized, you know what you need. And you go to the right person. It's like, that expression, you don't go to the hardware store for oranges. Don't go to the hardware store. Don't go to your mother if your mother isn't a warm, fuzzy person when you're looking for someone to be compassionate about feeling sorry for yourself. Go to your dad, go to a friend, go to somebody else. Have a little realistic perspective on your life and your feelings and know that the world doesn't revolve around them. And yet there are plenty of people around you who deeply care. You just have to pick the right one depending on what you need. So it all comes back to you, baby. Thanks for spending time with me today. Hope you have a great day.